Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. I have something to share with you guys. Do you know what it is? Do you think you know what it is? I graduated finally. It took a very long time and I have no words. Like, it's still surreal to me even though I graduated May 25th and it's like a few months later now. I got my diploma like 3 weeks ago though. And I'm still just like, wow, like I did that shit. So I am beyond excited. This means a lot to me. I graduated with a degree in psychology and minor in neurology from Rutgers, Newark. And it was a long journey, so I kind of wanted to share my story with you today. I was supposed to do a photo shoot with my friend with the picture, with the diploma, since obviously, you know, because of COVID we couldn't have a graduation. So I thought, well, when my diploma comes in I'll just take a picture with it, but it ended up being a rainy day, so my friend was a no call, no show, so I figured I would share this moment with my YouTube fam. So the journey how do I start? So originally I went to school for education. A lot of people don't know that. I was gonna be a teacher just like my mom. She's been a teacher in the Board of Education for over 30 years she was. So I kind of wanted to follow in her footsteps, and I know that she wanted me to follow in her footsteps, so I dedicated most of my study to that in my first part of college. I went to Middlesex, I graduated, hey! And a lot of people also don't know that I was the founder and president of the MCC Latin Dance Club, so if any of you go there, hi guys! So yeah, that was really cool. Then I started Rutgers. When I went to Rutgers, I started being part of the dance club there, and I also was part of Mu Sigma Upsilon sorority, which was a really amazing experience as well. To all the people, by the way, that from MSU that supported me during the situation with my mom, I love you guys, and I always respect and appreciate that type of nurturing and support that you guys gave to me. That was really cool. So thank you. And if you guys ever do go to university, definitely look up Mu Sigma Upsilon sorority, Amazonia women. It's very diverse and it's really cool. So I respect and love all fraternities and sororities. That particular sorority kind of just resonated with me, and they were really had my back during a really hard time, and I thought that was really great. So going back to the beginning, so I started Rutgers. I used to call my mom like all the time when I first started because it was my first time really away from home, and it used to be just me and her, and I had to get used to kind of not being around her as much. And so I would call her in between classes and she'd just be like, girl, just study, like don't call me every single second of the day. So that was hard. But and also driving to Newark, learning to drive to Newark was very difficult. I had some experiences, I'll tell you. But at any rate, I was in my last year of college, and 10 years ago, yeah, I'm pretty old, guys. And I came home from my lecture in the morning and I found my mom on the floor dead, and it was the most devastating experience in my entire life. I had just turned 24, and you know, it was tough, but even after that I decided to continue going to school, and because I knew how much education mattered to my mom, so I ended up trying to finish out a semester, but I ended up getting a whole bunch of W's and F's, and Rutgers expelled me from school, even though I provided the death certificate and all the things that they ask for when they wonder like why you're not doing great. So I did that and I still got expelled, and I was absolutely devastated. I was like, well, if I can't go to school, what am I gonna do? Like, I was gonna be a teacher, like how am I gonna make money? So then on top of that, after I got expelled, months later, the landlord decided to say like, okay, we're gonna, you know, kick you out because you can't pay rent. So I ended up being homeless. And you know, a lot of people would ask, oh, where was your family around this time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, my family wasn't really there for me how a traditional family would be there for you. And I have a lot of pain when it comes to my family. I feel like they have never really been a family to me. I've always felt like an outcast. And I felt like my mom was the only family that I really had. So, you know, I had to do everything alone, and it was tough. It was really tough because I wasn't working, and I was just studying. So at any rate, I got kicked out. And I said, all right, well, I gotta start getting a hustle. What can I do? What am I good at? So I started teaching dance because I love dancing. You guys know that I love dancing. I need to do dance videos to share with you guys my dancing. I share it on Instagram, so I hope you guys are following me on Instagram. I do share it on Instagram. But that was my hustle. From there I did notary, then I started meal prepping. I had like selling stuff online. Like, let me tell you, the hustle was real. I was getting money anywhere I could get money, you know, legally. Waitressing. Shout out to everybody that I was a waitress to, that you guys tipped me like really high tips. Thank you so much. That helped a lot. It helped a lot. So then eventually I was able to get a job as an admin at Rutgers. So I was like, okay, I have one foot in the door. Let me work there for a year, and then I'll have hopefully like free tuition, and I could reapply because they'll see that I work there. Well, Rutgers ended up merging with UMD&J, and they laid off a lot of people. Story of my life, right? So they laid me off. I couldn't save up enough money to get my own place, so I was still homeless. Living in my car. It wasn't easy. My friend at the time, well, she still has a salon, but she had a salon nearby where I worked, so she would let me sleep in her salon, in a salon chair. And it was tough because she would come in with her clients early in the morning, and I would be sleeping there, and it was very embarrassing. So at that point I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in my car. So I did that. Then I finally was able to get a job. I worked at Skylark and Rite Aid as a pharmacy tech for a few years, back and forth. Was able to get an apartment and started saving money. I decided, okay, let me go back to school. I started up school, and right when I started school, my friend died, and I was only taking one class. I was taking a math class because I wasn't really good at math. I'm better now. And I failed the class and I gave up again. I was like, okay, maybe this college thing isn't for me. Then I just completely gave up. 4 years later, I'm established. I'm now in my 30s. For those who tell me I look like I'm 27, 28, thank you. But the reality is I am in my 30s. So from there, my friend, I love her so much. She graduated last year with her master's degree in business administration, and I was so proud of her. And I said to her, if you can do it, I can do it, right? And I really started thinking, okay, I could do this, you know. My side hustle ended up being like YouTube and Instagram, and I was trying to build a following to open up my own wellness center, because I thought I would never get a degree, and I was gonna try to make it as like an influencer, which I still hope to do. Because residual income is just as important as linear income, and I get to help people, which is way better. So anyway, back to her graduating. I'm so proud of her, and the night of her graduation, I applied to Rutgers, and I was like, they're not gonna accept me. I know for a fact, you know, it's not in the cards, right? But I was like, whatever happened, happens. The next day I got an email from the dean of registration saying that she remembered me and she approved my application. What? Me? Little old me? You approved my application? Okay, cool. So I was like hyped, but I was still like, okay, let me not get, you know, ahead of myself. I haven't been in college in 10 years, you know. I'm probably, you know, I'm not gonna do good. Like, I was just so nervous and everything. First semester started. I was really working hard, and then my brother passed away in November. I was devastated. I was like, here we go again. Every time I go to school, somebody dies, you know? Like, I was like, maybe this isn't destined to be. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna keep fighting through. I can do this. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. So I got all A's that last semester. Then spring semester comes, and I'm like, all right, at the home stretch, I decided to push myself, and I got special permission numbers to take 2 graduate level courses, even though I am not a graduate student. They were really hard. They were really, really, really hard. It was intense. And at first I was like, what did I get myself into? But something happened this past semester that was like, you can do this, and I just busted my ass and I did it, to be honest, excuse my French. So then, of course, something's gotta happen the last semester, right? The pandemic. Of course, Newark, right during midterm, shuts down. I'm in my car in the parking lot of Martin Luther King Boulevard in Newark, New Jersey, taking my midterm. I was like, Jesus, please get me through, cause I don't know, I'm so close. I just need these last few credits. I can graduate. I take my finals. I don't know, I have no idea what my grade could be, because classes all got switched online. So professors are scrambling, students are scrambling, we're all just like, it's crazy. So I'm just with anxiety, like, okay, I just gotta wait for my grades. I'm gonna post them online. I did the best I could do with the situation that was given, you know? And I got my grades, and they were all A's and 1 B. And it was the most gratifying experience. And the most, there's just no words. I'm trying not to get emotional here. There's no words. And on the 25th, we had like an online graduation. I was kind of sad because I really wanted to walk across the stage, not only for myself but for my mother. It would have meant a great deal to me. Next year, hopefully I'll have some type of party. Obviously, during the pandemic, I really don't want to, even though people are starting to go out. But just to see my name on the screen, and it has a degree, Rutgers University, it was amazing. And then for this to come in the mail 3 weeks ago, it's such an amazing feeling of accomplishment. And I share this video with you for so many reasons. One, because YouTube is my family. I love all of you guys that have supported me, like, more than you know. And because anybody who's out there who struggled, who's homeless, who didn't have a job, whose parents died, whose family members died, the COVID pandemic, anything that you've been through, anything, I went through it, and I got this, and you can get it too. You can so do it. You can so do it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be so hard. I am not gonna sugarcoat it. It is hard. It's emotionally, physically, mentally difficult, but you can do it. You can get through it. I did it. It took 10 years too. By the way, college for most people is not 4 years. When I started, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be 4 years and out. 10 years later, bachelor's degree. I still got a master's to go, and I'm thinking about doing my PhD with. I wanted to write my dissertation on health discrepancies within the Latino minority community. But at any rate, it's not easy. But you can do it. You can do it. And I really hope me sharing this video touches and inspires everyone. My life has not been easy. I have been hurt so many times. I have had to start from literally the ground up so many times. And I still keep pushing through. And I keep making it, you know? And you can too. And I think that's so important for us to understand collectively as people, as family, as anything that you identify with, that life is not made to be easy. Life is not going to be given to you on a silver spoon. You might, or silver platter, I think it's called. you might see like Instagram, you might see Facebook, you might see like all of these posts and people living these lavish lives, but that is probably a small percentage of people. The reality of the situation is you are going to have some really tough times in life, and you have to find the resilience, the strength, the determination, the motivation within yourself. Nobody can provide that to you. And another thing that I learned, family, friends, they ain't gonna be there. If they are, you're lucky. But don't expect people to show up and show out for you. And I know that might sound negative, and I'm always about like positive on my channel, but I'm saying it in a positive way because I learned it the hard way. No one is gonna be there for you. You gotta understand and go at whatever you go at in life, whether it be college, whether it be a dream job, whether it be a dream career, with the intention that you are alone and you're doing it for you. You're your own best friend, and you're making your life for how you want it. So I hope that makes sense. This is like the best achievement ever, and it's only up from here. For me, it's literally only up, and I'm glad I could share this with you guys. I hope that I inspired some of you. If you have any questions, if you want to know more about like ways to game plan or you know, organize yourself so that you can start school or start anything. It doesn't have to be school, because I did the same thing with my Healthy Beauty Betty business. You know, when I thought I wasn't gonna go back to school, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna do something. I'm not gonna just sit around and do nothing. Money, as my mother once said, money doesn't fall from trees. So if you need any type of help or advice, I can try to help you. Give you some advice based off of my experience. Everybody's life is different. Everybody has a different story, you know, a different walk, and it's about what I've learned. It's really about the inside, you know. You have to find your courage, your strength. Everything comes from the inside. Nobody can give it to you. Just like love, nobody can give you love. You gotta love yourself first. So that was something else that really discouraged me from, you know, YouTube and stuff, is like I had torn my ACL, I gained weight, all this other crap that happened. And I just really realized it's about how I feel about myself. It's about, everything comes from inside. And when you permeate that feeling from inside outside, everything will come to fruition. Everything will come that you want, you know. So would you like to know what my next step is? So I do still want to do my master's and my PhD, but in the meantime, my dream is to open up my own wellness center, and I want to practice holistic medicine. And I want, in my wellness center, I want to have like a gym. I want to have like different stations. I want to teach people how to meal prep, dance therapy, regular therapy, life coach. I want to do like so many things that have to do with health and wellness. So that's the goal anyway. I am working on writing a book, actually. It's almost done. I would love to share it with you guys soon. It really depends. There's so many projects that I'm doing. I'm not quite sure when I'll be done with it, but hopefully soon. And oh, I did change my major from education to medicine, neurology, psychology, all of those things, because you know, when my mom died, we never found out why. We, being my family and myself, everybody was okay with it but me. I'm like, I want to know why she died, but they didn't give her an autopsy. So I just assumed it was all the medication she was on. I mean, she was on a plethora of medications, blood pressure, sugar, like diabetes, like 5-6 pills a day. And to me, that's a super medication. And that could really put a damper on your heart, especially if you're older and you already have underlying health conditions and you're maybe overweight, you know. So I know this stuff now. I didn't know it then. So, you know, I decided to dedicate my life to healthy practicing, holistic practicing. And when I say healthy, meaning preventative care, using your body to heal your body. You know, obviously medicine is needed, but it isn't necessarily the front line. Sometimes you can take the moment to use your own body to heal yourself, you know. And like I give this as an example all the time. If you have a headache, don't rush to take Tylenol, ibuprofen. Drink a glass of water, you know, let it relax, breathe, like might go away instead of you just chugging down the pills. So that's my philosophy on life. It's helped me in many ways. Sometimes it's hard, it's not easy, you know. Like I'm struggling right now to lose the weight that I gained from my ACL and now from COVID, so like double weight gain. But I'm still happy, I'm still healthy, and I'm still moving forward. So yeah, I want to leave you with be happy, be healthy. Progress is key. You don't have to be perfect. Just move towards your goals, whichever goals they may be. And I love you guys. And I hope to see every one of you meet your dreams and meet your goals. Besos.